All right, thank you for joining. Today I'd like to go over BONK USDT on the Bybit chart. Very strong price action overall. As you can see from these lows here, went up over 27,000%. Absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and just dive into the more local price action. So we had this kind of an increase here, right? Price came back down, consolidated, broke out again, and now we are trading pretty much within like this range. There was a slight deviation at the lows, as you can see. All right, but now we're pretty much trading within this range here. So this is what we should really focus on. So, like I always like to do, pull my fixed range volume profile tools. So what I'm going to do is just pull it from left all the way to right, just to see where price is interacting with the volume profile. And as you can see, we are currently trading right above the value area high. If we manage to lose this value area high, there is a very high possibility that we will come all the way back down to the point of control where the highest volume is traded. It's almost like a magnet, right? Price likes to seek out volume, right? So we are at a very interesting area. If we do manage to keep this high, which we've been up here for about, pretty much about a week, give or take, right? 10 days. So we are building value above the value area high, which is really good because that just means that it might want to, more than likely wants to try to seek higher prices, right? I'm sure if we zoom in a little bit more, it'll begin to curl up a little bit more, right? So as you can see, price is holding this level. It's beginning to curl to the upside, but this is not really an area I would consider entering in a long. I would rather feel a lot more comfortable at the point of control after sweeping some liquidity of these lows, or at least the very best spot actually would be the value area low, right? That's where you get the most bang for your buck. Now there is a very high volume node being built right here, as you can see. Nowhere close to the point of control, but that's just a very important area too as well, because if we were to go in and look more locally, you can see how price is interacting with this line, right? So price just keeps hugging this line. If it breaks to the upside, that would be very good, because that would just mean that there's enough buyers where the price can hold this level, maintain it, and seek higher prices, right? Now if we lose this level, like I said, I would be looking for a short to take us back down to the point of control. And for BONK, you're looking at here pretty big drop, right? So from the current price, 26% drop. If you wait until the point of control, the value area high is lost, which is what I would recommend, still about 21% drop. And to the value area low, if you take it all the way down, it's 35%. Remember, everything I say is not financial advice, just has to be stated. Now if we do get an entry at the lows, you're talking about another 58% to the value area high, and that's just the current range that we are trading in, right? Now if we were to exclude this little dip at the bottom, just go off of the historical prices, not including this, you can see that it's still very valid pull, because the value area high is exactly where price still managed to bounce from, right? So very, very important level, and we have to keep an eye on the value area high overall of this top range, because this is the most important, right? This is the range that we are currently trading in, right? So we have to keep that in mind. We have to see where the high end of where people want to pay for BONK is, the low end, and the highest area that it's been transacted, right? So if you want to be a little bit more aggressive on some longs, I'm sure you can. If you zoom in a little bit more here, the best area would be at least a sweep of these lows, right? So this would be the best area to enter a long more locally after a little bit of a sign of strength. It's kind of in like a no trade zone for me right now. If you would like to be a little bit more conservative, you can wait until price flips this supply into demand, and then you could go ahead and enter a long right there, right, targeting the highs, of course, which would then give you a 22% increase in price, right, if you longed here. If you were to get a long here, that could be a 36%. So, you know, patient does pay off. And if you go right on the value area high, like you see how price tapped it here, then yeah, you're still looking around 35%. So that's my idea on BONK. Overall, it is looking pretty bullish just because it is maintaining these highs. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive on the longs, if you think price is just going to keep ripping, then those are the areas I would be interested in taking along. And if we fail this value area high, I'll be looking to target the point of control right there, shown in the yellow, right? Which can play out quite nicely, right? 22% down, that's pretty nice. You know, I don't recommend using high leverage, but you know, there's some degens out there that if you want to go ahead and do 5x, that's over 100% gain. So that's pretty much it with BONK. In terms of future targets, not really sure. This thing already ripped like crazy, but if we were to just do the general one-to-one extension, right, from the highs to the lows, then you can see you'd be looking at around 0.00008, right? And from the current prices, that would be another 145% increase. So on a bullish price target, that would be my target, a one-to-one extension. So let's just go ahead and see how this all plays out. Thank you for joining, like and subscribe, and remember to follow me on X as well. Okay, always post updates pretty often, as you can see. Just did another video on Cardano, Bitcoin, post some updates. Yeah, anyway, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe, and take care.